Hello, welcome to this week's reading vlog. Today is Sunday, end of the day, and I just finished reading Twisted Games by Anna Huang, and as I expected, I enjoyed this more than Twisted Love. Again, Twisted Love I enjoyed a lot, but for this one, because it's longer, and I appreciated how we really took the time to get to know the characters and watch their relationship really grow. Because I don't remember if I mentioned this in my previous vlog or I mentioned this somewhere else, but in Twisted Love, there's already an established relationship between the two main characters, and they don't like each other. But for this one, Reese, the bodyguard, is very new to the post, to his job. So they don't know each other, and I just really love just the slow, I don't want to say this is slow burn, but I think we got more than halfway through, or around halfway through, before anything really spicy happened, but the tension and the build-up is so good, and just obviously there's attraction. Really enjoyed this one. My next read is going to be an arc that I have to read for this month because the book comes out next month. So that is, I'm gonna be reading So This Is Christmas by Tracy, if I remember correct, Tracy Anders, something like that. It's a very early Christmas book to be reading, but I'm reading it. It's gonna be released next month. So I don't know, I guess I didn't really expect Christmas books to be released in October. I'd expect more, thrillers, mystery, because, Halloween and fall. So yeah, anyway, but I will be reading that one. Hopefully it's going to be a really fast read. It is YA, and the premise sounds very interesting, although I'm not sure where the story is gonna go. But I'm definitely looking forward to reading that one because it is an arc that I did request from Penguin Teen. So definitely looking forward to reading that one. That's my update for right now. See you guys tomorrow. Hello. So today is Tuesday, September 28th. I only have 60 pages left for the one that I'm reading right now, which is So This Is Christmas by Tracy Anders. Hold on. Yeah, actually I'm about 50 pages left, so I only have 50 pages left. The cover for the book, and it comes out I think October 10th, something like that. October 2021. Oh, Tracy Andreen, there we go, that's the author. I'm gonna try to finish this today, before I leave for work, but I do have to do some things for work as well, which is this one. I work at Kumon, if you don't know, and I am the head assistant, and I finished Kumon a few years ago. I think it's been 10 years ago now since I finished it, around that long, and I'm re-answering or retaking some of the levels so that it's like a refresher, so I can help the higher level students. So I'm currently doing level L. I think level L is because if I remember correct, A is first grade, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So I think G is high school, if I'm remembering correctly, first year high school. So I think this one is second year college, because O is the last level for this one. We do have more levels after that one, but when you finish O, you're already a completer, and then you can do upper levels if you still want to keep going, but you're already a completer by that. So this is focusing on logarithmic functions, modulus functions, limits and derivatives, tangent lines, maxima and minima. I think this is calculus, if I'm remembering it correctly. And then this is 2 levels before that one. This is K. These are focused on linear and quadratic functions. Maxima and minima of that as well. There's a lot of graphing for this one, and different ranges, graphs, fractional functions, irrational functions, exponential functions, etc. So I will be doing this one right now, and I think I'm going to finish this, start a little bit on the next worksheet. So that's what I'm doing first. But so far, I'm really enjoying the book. It's fun, it's light. This is definitely lower YA, so it's really fun. From the premise and from how the story was going, the first part, I thought it was going to be just the very funny kind of Christmas movies where there's the reluctant heroine who doesn't want to do anything for Christmas but gets roped into doing Christmassy stuff. I thought it was going to be like that. It does have elements of that, but it's dealing much more, I think, with her personal problems too, or a large part of her personal problems, and not so much of the fun forest Christmassy stuff. Those were in here too though, so I enjoyed those parts. I mean, it's cute. I'm really enjoying it so far. I only have 50 pages left, so I'll do this one first, read a little bit, eat, maybe read the rest if I have more, and then I have to leave for work, and then I'll come back, and then I'm going to start my next book, which is I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna show it to you later when I update. Hello, so quick update before I go to bed. I can't believe I put off reading this one today. I usually do that whenever I have a new book to read. I'm kind of like, I don't want to start it yet, but I do want to read it. But starting it is a bit of a struggle, but this one is, I'm only, 24 pages in. I'm really enjoying it so far. This is kind of like set during, I want to say, this is just estimation because the year isn't really set, so I would say, I don't know, kind of like the setting reminds me of like Victorian England or maybe like before that even. So I really am excited about this one. The writing is definitely fitting for that time, and there's already like spice here, and this is reverse harem with monsters, so I'm definitely looking forward. And our heroine is very different from a lot of the heroines that I've read from before because she's very like open with her love for fraternizing, and she's already acknowledged like in the first chapter that she's lost jobs because she couldn't like, you know, keep her skirts straight. That's what she said. I just really like that in heroine because usually heroines would be like very reluctant about their enjoyment of sex, but she does. She like sleeps around, and you know, she's not like a snarky kind of, she likes to play around, she just enjoys it. So very refreshing. Definitely looking forward to reading this one. And again, I'm very excited to meet all of the characters here that we have, because this copy actually is, I don't know if I mentioned this in my book haul. I think I did. So this one came with pictures, like art of the different characters, like different members of the harem, and it is signed by the author. I got this from the author's website specifically, and I specifically chose this bookmark from Book of the Month. I don't understand like the relation to books for this one. It says I'm a freak between the sheets. What? Book of the Month? Okay, so that's it for right now. I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna continue this tomorrow, hopefully. I don't know, I want to finish this tomorrow because I feel like it's going to be a really fast read for me. Hello, very quick update because I don't think I read, well, I have about 100 pages left of A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor. I know it sounds like I'm taking a while to read this. It is pretty dense though, so it's a small book, but the font size is very small. However, only the reason why I'm like really taking my time with this because I don't want it to end. I'm really liking it so far. It's not action-packed that it makes me really want to turn the pages. It's the kind of book that I really want to savor because it really, with it being a reverse harem, it really like takes its time building the relationships between the characters, which I really appreciate. So I don't want it to end, and the next book in this series isn't out until March next year. So I don't know. I mean, I want to finish it. I do. I'm gonna finish it tonight, but I don't want it to end yet because I'm really liking the characters and just the build up of the relationships so far, and each of the men in the harem are all just, they bring something to the table, I guess you could say. And I know that the author, like I checked her website, Kathryn Moon has, I think all of her other series are reverse harem, or like a lot of her other series are reverse harem. But I think just the overall setting with it being set, I don't know, historical fiction setting in England, it's really atmospheric in that too. So just really enjoying it so far. I don't know what I'm gonna read next though, but I do have some books from the library that I picked up today. There's 4 of them. I have The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, which is 660 pages long. I didn't expect it to be that long. I think it's a new adult, spicy book as well, but it's a new adult romance. And then we have How We Fall Apart, Forest of Stolen Girls, and A Court of Thorns and Roses. Honestly, the only reason I'm reading ACOTAR is because I want to watch Cindy's videos on it, because she has these like long discussion ranting videos about the ACOTAR series, like for each of the books, and that's the only reason I'm reading it. And then also I have my fall TBR that all of it I want to go through, but I recently got like As Good as Dead, which is a third book which is the final book in the trilogy by Holly Jackson. Definitely am going to read that one next. What else? Just all of mine, like Arsenic and Adobo, Turn of the Key, The Maidens, The Cousins, If We Were Villains. If you watched my fall TBR video, you know I have a lot of books. I think I have 15 books on there, and I think I even forgot some books, but that's for the majority, but that's for all over fall. So fall is until December anyway, but December is more, I guess, winter. But yeah, so I need to read about 7 to 8 of it every month, maybe 10 every month. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, that's my mini. I don't think it's a mini update. Yeah, that's my update for right now. Update you guys again at the end of the night once I finish this. I believe in finishing it. I finished it a bit later than I expected, but I got distracted. I finished it. And even though this is very much character heavy, I still feel like the plot that we did have is very beautifully slow burn. Like, it's going to be extended to the next books in the series, and I'm very excited to see where that particular plot will go. And I feel like it was a pretty effective underlying plot in the entire with the entire book. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's so good. I can't wait for the next book. I need the next book. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. I know the title and I know the cover. Like, the title and the cover has been released, but it is available for pre-order already, but only the Kindle version. There's no physical yet. But again, still super excited. So yeah, so that's it for today. I don't know what I'm gonna pick up next, but I'll look at my list and see which one I want to read next. So, quick update. It is Friday night. I am about 134 pages in The Wolf of Orenyaro. I am really enjoying it. So this is by a Filipino author, right? And I saw right from the very first chapter that it has Baybayin. Baybayin is the Filipino alphabet, which is like the old Filipino alphabet. We don't really use it anymore. And I searched about it because it was very interesting. So I searched like reviews about it and what people thought about it. And I read from one reviewer that the Baybayin actually doesn't have anything to do. The Baybayin stuff here doesn't have anything to do with the story, which is weird. Like, why would you include it if it's not gonna add to the story? And it's on every chapter. Like, after the chapter name, it has a Baybayin words. I was trying to figure out what the Baybayins mean, and I figured out 7, 8, 9. Chapter 7, 8, 9. I haven't really looked back to the other chapters, but they're all animal names so far. So I think one is Lawin, which is hawk. One is Kalabaw, which is cow. I forgot the other one. Anyway, so I know 3 so far. And yeah, they're right. The animals, like that one reviewer, the animals don't really mean anything. I mean, one was mentioned, but the other was not. Lawin means hawk, but the only bird that was mentioned was falcon. So I'm still trying to figure out, it really doesn't mean anything, because why would it be there, and why are they animal names if they don't mean anything? Because that's just weird. And I haven't seen any other review mention the Baybayin part. So yeah, anyway, really enjoying it so far. It did take me a while to get through the book because my brain was just not focusing. It's not the book at all, because it's definitely readable, and I really enjoy the story so far and our character. But just myself personally, and I know that for a fact. So I'll continue reading that tomorrow. I'm not really going to sleep yet or like prepare for bed. I need to do like the reviews for all of the books that I read for September, so I can do my wrap up tomorrow. So that's it for right now, and I will see you tomorrow with an update on the Wolf of Orenyaro. Hello. So last update for this weekly reading vlog. I am 240 pages in The Wolf of Orenyaro. I'm more than halfway through. Alright, so the main premise of this is that the main character is the queen of her kingdom, so Queen Talien, and her husband disappears the night before they were supposed to be crowned as king and queen of their kingdom. And then years later, he sends an invitation to meet. And so she journeys across the sea to meet him and talk to him. But then an assassination attempt disrupts their meeting, and she gets separated from the rest of her people as well. And from the very beginning, her husband has struck me as really shitty and assholey, because from what we got from her of their relationship, they grew up kind of together. They've been betrothed for years, and they've met and talked and, formed a friendship throughout the years. And I could tell that she was in love with him at some point, although that changed. Then when they finally got married, it was more duty than them being in love. But I think she is still in love with him despite everything that he's done. Like, at the beginning we don't really know what he did, like everything that he did, but there is an undercurrent in the story that tells me as a reader that there's more to the story, and their relationship is so complicated, especially following Talian's perspective, because she is a queen, she's also a mother, and she knows her duties, she knows her responsibilities, she knows the things that have been expected from her from the very beginning, ever since she was a kid, and has been raised by her father, his advisors, and just growing up as the heir to the throne and knowing what it means to marry her husband Rael. And she just has a very complicated relationship with him, but I think her wanting to possibly reconcile with him is mostly because she wants to bring him home to be a father to the son that they have, because he literally left without a word, never did anything, and they looked for him and never found him until he sent that letter asking for a meeting with her. And just, he's very shitty, and I'm trying to really understand like her motivations to still want to bring him home and be a father to their son, because obviously with him leaving without saying a word and not communicating with them ever, leads me to think that he's not a good father. He doesn't want to be a father, and he's just very slimy, very suspicious, and I don't like him. Even before, like halfway through, we're starting to learn more about their relationship throughout the years. And even before that, I already felt and I already knew he was an asshole. I already knew he was shitty. I already knew, she, in a way, it's a duty for her to bring him back. And I hate the fact that she has to, even though she is the queen, she has to have her husband by her side to be taken more seriously by her own advisors, by her own people. And it's really annoying, really frustrating. And she's gone through a lot from her childhood, and now after this, like I feel so bad for her, because she's trying to be a great leader, she's trying to be a great mother, and just an overall great person, but also having these pressures and expectations from her that are a bit different from how she wants to be and how she wants to rule. And she just wants to be, like, I think more than being a queen, I think she just wants to be a good mother to her son. And she definitely has her faults, but she has been dealt with the worst possible cards throughout her life. And I salute her, but at the same time, it's really frustrating to me what she's going through. I hate it. I really hate it. But I'm definitely invested, because I want to know what's going to happen, and hopefully the people who deserve it will get their deserved ending. And also I hope that, because like right from the very beginning, there's a lot of suspicious things and things around her and people around her, and now it's like I want to figure out who really betrayed her, like the people who really betrayed her, and who she can trust, because she needs people by her side who can be, who she can fully trust. And it's not about loyalty to her as a queen, but just as friends and as someone who wishes and wants the best things for her as a human being, like just that. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading more, because if she doesn't get people that she can trust around her very soon, I'm going to be so frustrated. I'm gonna be so mad. And again, we're more than halfway through already. I have about, I want to say 160 pages left, so hopefully tomorrow I'll finish this. We'll see. Another very slow reading week, but I think I read a 5-star book this week, that was so much fun, so can't really complain. And this one is, even though it's frustrating, I'm invested in the character, I'm invested in the plot. I want to keep reading it. It's a great epic fantasy. I missed reading epic fantasies. It did take a while to get used to like the intricacies of an epic fantasy. It's not hard to read. It's definitely readable, actually. And just because it's been a while since I read, high epic fantasy. I've been reading like lower mid YA adult fantasies. I just missed it, and it's great. So definitely looking forward to continuing this one. And yeah, that's it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one.